new chapter for TNT. We're red, ready, and responsible. Vote PNM. Great is the PNM.
Man is it in your hand. PNM is the plan. Ready, hold it steady. We are one.
This is the voice of the People's National Movement. I said, this is the voice of the People's National Movement. And tonight is Ladies' Night. St. James, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you responsible? I want to say all protocols observed, but I must mention the Honorable Stuart Young, SC, our strong, young, capable, responsible, and sober Prime Minister. St. James, tonight I speak not just as a mayor of the Borough of Diego Martin. I speak as a woman, as the daughter of Francine Edwards of Carenage, a PNM stalwart. As someone raised by strong women and now standing on a platform that honors generations of women who paved the way. Let's say their names. Joan Yule Williams, a woman of grace, brilliance, and unwavering service. The Honorable Camille Robinson Regis, now our Attorney General, a warrior in heels who never backed down from a challenge. The Honorable Penelope Beckles Robinson, a trailblazer in law, diplomacy, and leadership. The Honorable Donna Cox, a champion for social protection, always walking with the people. So many women to mention. It would take tonight, tomorrow night, but it would be remiss of me if I didn't mention some powerhouses from my home, Diego Martin West. Women like Jackie Lazarus, one of the quiet yet fierce women behind the greatness of Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Women like Susan Hong, Francine Edwards, and the late Karen Alexis and Alison Dennis Jasper. And the late Ivy Edwards, my grandmother, whose dedication to community, party, and people paved the way for me. Ladies and gentlemen, these women didn't just hold positions. They held the line. They made space at the table, kicked open doors, and brought other women through. So when I say the PNM is a party of women, it's not flattery, it's fact, it's history. You know, they say that women are their own worst enemy. And I mean, we have been seeing it these days with those so-called influencers who are degrading themselves for 30 pieces of silver, or should I say 40. But tonight, I challenge every woman in this forum. Don't let that lie live any longer. Reject those yellow, vulgar, smutty social media characters who hide behind keyboards and filters trying to distract you from the real issues. They want you to ignore the PNM's 2025 manifesto. But you are too smart, you are too strong, you are too seasoned to fall for that. This manifesto is not business as usual. It's business with backbone. My friends, our manifesto did not leave out our women. Imagine a national childcare strategy that says women should not have to choose between motherhood and ambition. Go and read our manifesto. Targeted financial support for women entrepreneurs, grants, mentorship, and market access. Go and read our manifesto. More community-based programs to tackle domestic violence, offering of psychosocial support, and lifting families out of hardship. Go and read our manifesto, people. Enhanced training and employment pipelines for women in tech, trades, and creative industries. Again, I say, go and read our manifesto. Legal and structural reform to protect the rights and dignity of women and girls in every sphere. Read our manifesto, people. You see, while others talk empowerment, the PNM builds it. And let me bring it home, because into this long legacy of leadership steps a new male Prime Minister, Stuart Young SE. But hear me well, he's not coming alone. He's coming carried by the voices of women, inspired by women like his mother, uplifted by sisters in the service like the newly minted Attorney General, the Honorable Camille Robinson Regis. Powerhouses like Penelope Beckles Robinson and Nyan Gadsby Dolly and many more. And he's stepping into a race not with ego but with empathy. And more than anything, he leads with heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Prime Minister understands that you can't serve a nation unless you understand the women who hold it together as mothers, business owners, teachers, caregivers, professionals, and political powerhouses like the women you see behind me tonight. I am proud to stand beside him as the first female mayor of the Borough of Diego Martin as he writes his chapter in the PNM story. And what a story it is. A story that began with free education under Dr. Eric Williams. A story of gas deals that secured our future. A story of holding the line through COVID with Dr. Rowley at the helm, never flinching. A story of resilience, responsibility, and results with a roadmap to recovery. While the others talked code, the PNM delivered clarity. Let me repeat that again. While the others talked in code, the PNM delivered in clarity. While they raided the Treasury up to 2015, the PNM pulled off a miracle with just 3 days of cash left. Every single public servant was paid. Every grant was delivered. We must not forget. While the opposition handed contracts to friends and family, to every Tom, Dick, and Barry, and the PNM was building schools, launching digital platforms, and expanding access to healthcare. So let me say to every woman in this forum, the next chapter is ours to write. We are the frontline workers. We are the mothers and mentors. We are the builders of homes and builders of hope. We are not supporting characters. We are the co-authors of this moment. So tonight, let's write a chapter of dignity and power, a chapter of stability and security, a chapter where the next generation looks back and says, they made it happen. Let's write a chapter where Lisa Atwater becomes the next MP for Maruga Tableland, where Marisha Alvarado becomes the next MP for Tabaquite, where Natasha Mohammed becomes the next MP for Saparia, where Beatrice Birchlal becomes the next MP for Mayaro, where Lena Rampasad becomes the next MP for Caroni East, where Ayana Webster Roy and Shamfa Kojo reign supreme in Tobago, where all our PNM candidates are successful on election day. Let's write the chapter where the PNM rises not by chance, but by choice. Let's write the chapter where the women of this country walk boldly forward, never begging for space. Great are the women of Trinidad and Tobago. Great are the women of the Borough of Diego Martin. Let's turn the page. Let's dip the pen in red. Let's write a chapter that is red, ready, and responsible, people. But, people, remember, writing is one thing, but voting is another. So on Monday, April 28, 2025, let's show up with our husbands, our children, our grandchildren, and friends, and stand up for red, ready, and responsible leadership. Let's vote to make it real. so we can all say on the night of April 28th, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail. Thank you.
It's a movement, we all in together, not just so one, my sister, my brother, Balize in your hand.
This is a new chapter. Join us on the road to victory. On Thursday, April 24, Sangre Grande. Meet us at the PTSC terminal. We're red, ready, and responsible. Vote PNM. Great is the PNM.